So it is Tuesday and I have two wheels in front of me, so let's do another two-wheel Tuesday. So let's start up this 2008 rmz450. So this week we have a 2008 rmz450. Now this bike was the heaviest for the weight, but it was the most advanced for 08. On this bike we have an aluminum gas tank, and we also have fuel injection. This is one of the first bikes with fuel injection. Suzuki did not go over to the 450 until later in the game. So what they did is try to go above and beyond. Now this aluminum frame was also pretty new for these bikes. They did have a nice aluminum frame, still flexed a little bit, but it had just enough rigidness to really push the bike home. So we'll go over a couple cool features on this RMZ. We do have the whole shot device on here, pretty big sturdy whole shot device. We have the aluminum radiators, a little bit of guarding. If you come on over here, we have a full Yoshi exhaust, a little bit older Yoshi exhaust, but rating for the year it is 2008, so pretty cool looking. We have Boysen factory covers. We have some Tusk brake levers, the rear brake lever. We do also have a broken part here. These are some Moose foot pegs. They do look like they got a little beaten. It did snap when I brought it home. We have some Works connection covers here, factory suspension, a cool little Motard Designs graphic kit. On this side, nothing super special. Like I said, this is fuel injection, so we do have, instead of a carburetor down nestled in here, we have a throttle body and an injector. This also has the JD jetting power surge, so 6 different levels of your fuel injection power, kind of kicks it up a little bit. We have RG3 steering and some aluminum rims and some aluminum hubs. So a couple more cool things about this RMZ. In the 2007 and 2006 years, Suzuki dominated motocross. So this was something to really push the Suzuki forward. This was one of their first big upgrades with the fuel injection and aluminum tank, big aluminum frame. They had a lot of great things done to this bike that really made it stand out. They really wanted to push against the rest of the competition. While they didn't make as much power as some of the bikes, they still made a bunch of power, and it was very tunable. So Suzuki did have a very good heritage of winning races. This bike really kind of pushed past, but didn't do great. This year, 2008, when this bike came out, they did not win overall in the Super Motocross, but they did well. This bike was a performer. It did have all the odds and ends. It had the little fancy stuff that a lot of bikes didn't have yet for that year. So an absolute great bike for the track. This one still is the kickstart, but we're talking about 08. So they didn't really go ever, now current to date, electric start, but very reliable kickstart bike. Not too hard to start, but 3-4 kicks, you're gonna have your bike going with a little bit of throttle. Now this bike, like I said, is a great motocross bike and a great trail bike. I personally think the 450s are a little high horsepower for the trails. Now if you're doing dunes and sand and cold hills, awesome, you need the power. But just to kind of ride around on a Sunday, a lot of power in this bike. It does go and doesn't want to stop. Nice wheelie machine, great feel, turns, feels pretty light. Even though it's one of the heaviest bikes in the class for that year, it does feel light once you get it going. The power add-ons do help. This jetting kit that allows you to turn up the fuel and the exhaust. We have a little bit better air filter on here, a little twin air. Does help out, but this is a lot of power for the trails. Like I said, for this bike, I would keep it more of a track bike. These 450s do move and are not really suited with this smaller gearbox, closer ratio transmission. Not really great. There's a much better choice if you're going to do trails, but awesome bike overall. So thanks again for enjoying another Two Wheel Tuesday with us. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and if you comment, let's hear another bike. Maybe you want to see a different bike we don't have, and I will find one. Thanks again, and thanks for watching the Carnies.